All right, all right, all right. Welcome, 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 good people. As you can see, Smitty and we are here again on another Thursday, man. And I'm just doing some preliminary talking just to give myself time to make sure the stream is operating. Always double check audio and stuff like that. But what's good, everybody? Hope everybody is good. It looks like we are live. Let me just hear it back. Y'all gonna hear some double audio. Just letting y'all know. Once I get past the YouTube ad. Yeah, we live. There we go. Yep, we sound good. We look good. We smell good. What's happening, folks? We here, man. Listen, I know. And I'm going to say this many times throughout this broadcast. Yes, I intentionally put that title. Madden 26 is the game we've been waiting for. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. You know, I played the YouTube game right there because I know it's going to make people come in and, but I do mean those words. This is not clickbait. I mean that. But I'm going to explain to you from my perspective and Smitty's perspective what we mean. Because before we even get into it, Smitty, man, I'm just seeing a lot already online, man. And I'll get further into it when more people come in. But again, I've asked this question several times. This really confuses me sometimes. It really does. Some members in the community, and I'm saying some, not talking about anybody specifically. I'm just saying if you browse X and you look at what some people have to say just about the blog itself, how they interpret it, and I'm like, what? I don't get it. I'm so glad that myself, I won't speak for Smitty, but I think I can speak for Smitty in this regard. This is kind of the reason why, man, I didn't do it purposely, but you guys don't do us now. Oh, the gatekeepers.
You're getting chopped up in the matrix right now, man.
Oh, what's happening?
You was getting real chopped up and everything for a moment.
Okay,
you sound clear now.
Sound clear now. All right,
yeah.
That's cool. That's weird. That's because it didn't look like it didn't stutter on my side. So I will say this, folks. For whatever reason, it's telling me StreamYard is giving me a message saying if your Wi-Fi, your connection isn't stable. I don't know why it wouldn't be stable. I mean, I'm hardwired over a gig plus. So I don't know what's happening, but let me start over. I just wanted to say, man, listen, I'm glad that we're not the sim gatekeepers that people made us back in the day. Like, I gracefully say, y'all can have it. I wasn't going to carry that torch and it just come in always negative and always and holding people like, dog, we did that, right? We got understanding. Once we got understanding, we knew what it was going to take for this game to get where it seems to be getting. And that was just it. And I will explain that tonight as well. Because I'm going to give my opinion on what I think is the reason why this game seems to be taking a turn. But anyway, Smitty, where should we start? We're not going to read this whole blog, guys. And let me say this clearly as well. It's about 50 of you guys in here. We're not giving a review on the beta.
No. Straight up, this is the review. Skip August 15th. This is the review. The game's going to be the game. So no, we
can't do it.
We ain't, y'all know we ain't never done that before. We ain't about to do it now. Even for people that are new coming through here, we're not doing anything like that.
We're not doing that.
The game's not finished. We don't know what build the game is even off of to even do that, because if any of you guys partook in the NCAA beta, well, you know, college football beta, that was only for a weekend, and I mean that was on a much older build from what Scott OG and those guys had said. You know what I mean? And I mean, I will say that I love the way the gameplay played on that. I will say that much. Like, I enjoyed it, and it had its roughness in there, but yeah. And Madden is, Madden. Okay, Madden is doing some work. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit up here and be on that. Look, I'll say this real quick. I know it kind of no review, but you know how we do. If we talk about the beta, we base it off of the notes and what we potentially are hoping it'll finish out to be.
Right.
We don't necessarily say, oh yeah, from bullet point A, well, from the beta, what do you think bullet point A means? No. Like, it's like, this is what bullet point A is. Okay, X, Y, and Z. Boom, 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 boom. Right? You know what I'm saying? We have our opinion on what we're playing so far. We're gonna gloss over, we're gonna skate on the surface pretty much of telling you guys, like, all right, like, I can go off top. I definitely am seeing the signature identity for sure. That's
Absolutely.
there. Like, what the trailer said, what the trailer said, yeah, they ain't lying about that. I'm seeing
question.
I am seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but the way this game, you know what? And I'm just gonna say this up front just to get it out of the way. The Angry Joes and all that stuff and everything like that. It's hilarious seeing these dudes move the goalposts. It's hilarious.
I don't even watch, though.
I'm just being honest. I didn't watch the videos.
Yeah,
it's just the tweets. It's just the tweets alone. It's like it's crazy how they're literally dumbing down these aspects of the game, and they're just trying to act like it's all the same. And I'm sorry, soft drink, no disrespect, but or to any of y'all cats, but this game's gonna be bought. Like, this game's gonna be bought. Of any year imaginable where people would really want to go all out and buy this game, excuse me, they're buying this game. I don't care how much hate in the world people got. Folk are going to be buying this game, dude. And there is this game is flirting with 2K right now. And I can safely say that it's flirting with it. Now, how hard they flirt, we'll see when they finish. But I'm saying this game is flirting with 2K right now. And when I say 2K, I'm talking about NBA 2K. It's flirting with it.
I got a bold statement that I'm going to make here in a second.
Yeah. It's flirting. It's sort of the part that I will, and say your statement. Say your statement, Sam. Go ahead. Say it while it's fresh. Go ahead. Say it now.
So I won't forget it, but I just want to acknowledge really quick, Sim Gaming Network and King Arthur, man. Thank both of you guys for the Wonder Bread. We appreciate that. And King Arthur, we'll get to your question here in just a second. But I'm going to make a very bold statement. The beta, what I'm playing, I'm just talking about on field. I don't know about franchise. It's not in the beta. I have not played a football game that played better than this. I haven't played it on console. I have never played a game that plays like this, period. And I know people going to run with, oh, man, what about NFL? There's no football game that has come out that plays like this. Not one. Zero.
No.
Zero. In your lifetime, you've never played a football game that played like this Madden 26 beta. And I guess I'll throw college in there because college football was kind of flirting with that last year. Kinda. Not all the way, but it was getting into that conversation. Oh, hey, wait a minute now. But this, and let me qualify my statement because I know y'all losing y'all mind. Some of y'all don't take my words too high or too low. Let me explain. QB AI, I ain't played no game like this.
Oh heck no!
I have not played a game like this.
No.
I might even go as far as to say even the way the running backs are playing. Some of the AI I'm seeing in the secondary. Play calling. Give you an example. Again, me and Smitty are not giving you a review because we can't. It clearly says that we can't give reviews. We can give light thoughts on what we experiencing that is relevant to
based off
the notes, but I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, the beta don't do. For one, y'all know I don't get down like that, nor does Smitty. We've always been people of integrity when it comes to that. I'm not running. I don't care if other people are doing it. I'm not running to Twitter, running to YouTube. Oh, man, let me tell you. That just ain't me. My character ain't built that way. I'll talk when I can talk. You know, somebody slid me a code, right? With that knowledge and that relationship, so to speak. So I'm always going to honor those folks and keep my relationship as a person. It's just like if Smitty told me a secret, I ain't getting on here and telling y'all about it. But anyway, bruh, I'm telling you, in my opinion, I don't know if I played a video football game that plays better than this. I just don't know. I'm being honest. Be honest with yourselves. 2K5 was good then. Yes, we all say that. I'm talking about gameplay. I don't know about franchise mode yet. 2K8 was good then. Yes, we all said that. But I've been saying for years, this is not a new statement. I've been saying for years that some of these Maddens just on the field is better. Once freeform and revamp and all that started showing up, I was like, yo, y'all, I know this nostalgia, but we can't deny the way this physics, the boom tech and all of that. But now in 26, it's refined. So I just wanted to say that bold statement. And with that being said, I agree with what Smitty said. It's like, I'll even go this far too, Smitty, real quick. Then we'll get back to it. I don't choose to watch those guys that do that only because it's one thing to have an opinion, right? It's one thing for me to say, hey, look, man, let me give y'all a better example. Let's take it off of gaming. Let me just give y'all it's one thing for me to say, you know, let me say this. I like Mercedes Benz, right? I love Benzes. I'm gonna have one day, maybe in the near future, because it's just one of them cars. I said, you know, when I'm ready, I'm gonna get one, right? I've always liked Benz. I like BMWs too. I like Audis. I like, you know, certain cars. But it would be different if I came on here and said, man, don't buy no Benz. Da, 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 da. But clearly, the car is like, they putting everything in the car. Right. They starting to get this, get that. But I'm just saying, don't buy it. Or, oh, it's trash. Oh, the only reason why it's good is because X. I just don't live in that world no more. I'm sorry, I just can't. So any of them dudes who yelling that, if that's what y'all are cool with, go listen to that. I'm not. It ain't worth my time. No disrespect to them, because I told you guys like Angry Joe and Soft Drink, and this is what they do. And I ain't mad at that. Get your bread. Get your paper. I'm just saying, don't y'all come asking me my opinion on that, because I ain't with that. One of the reasons why, and I'm rambling now, I'm about to throw it back to Smitty. One of the reasons why I've titled this video the way it is by saying this is the game we've been waiting for, is because if you look at this blog, y'all not going to sit here and tell me that we have not been waiting for a Madden to be presented this way. Of course, I'm sure there's more still to do, but we ain't never seen no blog like this. We have never seen this type of leap ever.
Nope.
Because what we're being told is franchise cooked too. See,
that's what I'm saying. Like
we've been told that there's a lot going on. So I don't understand everybody's. It's like everybody is taking this narrative, right? Oh, Madden sucked for the last 15, 20 years, but then y'all want it to be the greatest game ever and want the next year. Like, what scale are we judging the game on? Listen to what I'm saying, folks. Yes, we all know this game hasn't been what it could be.
Right.
But what scale are we judging it on the very next year? If you're one of them people that thought Madden has been trash all the way through Madden 25, then how do you expect it to be the best game ever in 26? And with that said, look at how much they did. So I'm approaching these games with, wow, I never imagined they would do that. If this the way we trending, let's go. And I remember when my man E-Ray told me, and I can say this now because he said it himself. He was like, bruh, he said, I couldn't believe what I was experiencing when I was down there. It's almost like they put 2-3 years worth of dev time in one game. Because guys, we've never seen that. Myself and Smitty, E-Ray, all of us who've been going, we never seen nothing like this. We ain't never seen. Scott OG and them was saying, wait till y'all see how many words is in the blog. We never seen this.
Right. For Madden on top of that.
For Madden.
Yeah.
I just don't understand anybody that's opposing people being optimistic or excited, or why not? I don't care if it's taken however many years. We here.
You know what though, Sim? It's like some people forgot what this was all for. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's the whole purpose of the Sim standard.
Yeah, the whole point of talking about best of both worlds tackling happening in Madden 10. The hummingbird moving on the field and everything like that. Route mirroring issues happening and no head tracking. And the phone booth tackling like Apex talked about back then, and Brozel's dropping his videos, you dropping your videos on APF, me putting backbreaker stuff up, us talking to Todd Gibbs and all them, us showcasing NFL 2K5, breaking down Madden and showcasing APF. All of this stuff that we did, we didn't do all of that to say FEA. And it doesn't matter what you make. We're just never going to accept whatever it is you make. No, it was because they kept delivering subpar product. When they got the exclusive, and this is just my thought, when they got that exclusive license back in 05, I said, dang, it sucks that we ain't going to have no competition. But the pace, the track record EA was on, and when they got the ESPN license, NFL license, NFL Europe license, Arena Football League license, I was expecting this mega game that was going to be made at some point. Like maybe in like 3-4 years time, there was going to be this mega game that was going to be made where it's going to be like, you're going to be able to scout players from the arena league, ESPN integration, NFL Europe. You could scout dudes from over there and bring them in, or you could send guys, like just a ridiculous world being made out of Madden. Why? It wasn't too far-fetched because look at how they were innovating. The development track record that they had, it made sense. But it fell off a cliff. But we never did this to ultimately say, oh, now y'all did it, so F you. Like, that's dumb. Why do we do all of this? No, I want to play a great game. I want to have a great experience. And real talk from this, everything, and I mean, Sim, you said it yourself. Bro, not only did you say it, Kurt said it. Freaking E-Ray said it. All these other dudes that went down to 10, 15 years of feedback people gave, and it's like they completely answered the call with this game.
Yeah.
There's nothing in here that nobody can sit up here and say from a community standpoint that nothing but between me, Sim, and Azure alone, let alone all kinds of other people, blog posts on OS, everything. Been saying stuff about this for years. And look what they did. I mean, years. You know what I'm saying? And the way this game is trending right now, from our experiences and Sim, if this game comes out right,
yeah,
bro. And see from what E-Ray had said, I mean, he said it, he said it when he was in the chat before. They talking about dynamic weather already for the next game. Now, what I will say personally, because they do talk about trajectories in here, what I want to see happen with passing trajectories is I want to see the passing trajectories get like how it is in NBA 2K. I want it to be intricate to the player, to a more fuller fashion. Because remember, we had NBA 2K had jump shot formations in their game, and you had a little bit of differential. But what I'm saying is, I really want to see them nail it. So I like what they have in the game, but I want to see them. I want to see them take it to a whole nother level.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying. I want to see them get on that NBA 2K level.
Yep.
From what they're doing, and this is why I'm saying they're flirting right now with NBA 2K. They're flirting with it, with this stuff they're doing right here. And like, I'm concerned. What are we getting for franchise mode?
Yeah.
Is this going to be some hybrid NFL head coach kind of like? I'm really, because this is understand this, guys. This is core gameplay. Core gameplay.
Yeah. While Smitty is talking, I'm gonna just slow scroll through this.
Yeah, this is core gameplay, dog.
Never seen no blog this long.
Hey, look, 50 abilities and everything down there at the bottom. No, I'm sorry. Attributes and traits. And then they said you can manage the intensity of the weather effects.
Oh, yeah. Answer that question for King Arthur.
Go ahead. Go. You want me to answer? Okay, yeah, you can. You got sliders for it. There's sliders.
Yeah, we don't know unless Smitty knows. I feel like, and I'll get to scrolling again in a minute, guys. I feel like I heard from somebody saying that the weather will have an effect on wear and tear, but I can't confirm that. I know
in the trailer.
It did. Okay. I know for sure, even what's outlined in the article is they're saying that cold weather teams will have a higher effect in hot places and vice versa.
Yeah.
I don't know as far as the damage rates. I don't know if weather, but I like Smitty said, I definitely heard somebody say some type of effect that weather will have on wear and tear.
Yeah.
But I can't confirm it. I haven't played enough to say I can confirm that.
Yeah. We can't say exactly how it'll see. This is what I'm saying. You have new sliders that are going to correlate with how the players perform on the field. Because I don't know if any of you guys seen any of the leaked stuff they put out for college football. I mean, it's out there. People publicly put it out there. The wear and tear has sliders set of its own.
Yeah,
in terms of its effectiveness. So you couple that with how the weather is going to be impacted. And mind you, you still got your regular user and CPU sliders on top of this in there too. So, but then you got the wear and tear. Okay. Look, this is what I'm saying. I played a game and I played a game in the weather, and I will say this. I will say that I played in the heavy snow.
Lord have mercy.
And what I will say is this. I am so glad that Madden has it made where there are stakes involved with playing in bad weather. Like, I understand exactly why QJB said, man, I had a low scoring game. I was playing in the snow, bro. And yeah, I get it. Now, I ain't going to get all intricate with it, but I will just say, I'm just going to tell you that. One of the first games that I'll play, I'll fire that thing up in the snow. Heavy. Just straight up. Default setting. I didn't adjust nothing, none of that stuff. No, heavy snow in Green Bay, Detroit versus Green Bay. Let's go. Let's get it. And I was just like, oh my, let me see what this is like. Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, because see, you got to remember, we got that aerial view. So it's like they gotta, in one way or another, how can we give you the game where the stakes are involved, where you got to feel the stakes that of what you're getting into here by playing in these poor conditions? And so it's like, all right, well, you're going to play in these bad conditions. This is how we're going to hit you. Man, look, you know what I'm saying? And I see people, what was it? Sim said, you guys said people going on Twitter complaining about the what? I swear, I don't want to hear nothing about no title update. Oh, y'all got a nerf. No. What did you read? You read it the other day, Sim, in his blog. They redesigned that training camp thing from the ground up. Get your little A $$ but in that training mode and learn. Seriously, I don't want to hear nothing about no, but I got to be able to see perfectly clear in the snow. No. Get your skills up or else don't play it.
Well, turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off. Don't even play in it. Like, turn it off.
Oh, man.
Serious. So this is what I'm saying. And I mean, I'm not concerned about, look, I don't care if this is EA's contract year and they're trying to vet for a contract. So they went all out and Fine.
That ain't it, bro.
Fine. I don't care. Bet. Okay.
Yeah, even if it is.
Let Sony get in. Let 2K get in. Bet. They took that means that they got to stay ahead of the curve. Sweet. So what? Well, I don't understand. Where are we losing at this?
Where are we losing, bro?
Where are we losing? Like, we had to like it's an L if they did what they did. This is what should have happened all along. And it's like, if there's competition, then great. That means 2K better hit it out the park. Because if EA does, 2K got to hit it out the park. If Sony gets involved, they got to hit it out the park. Because I know a lot of people don't know. Well, us to say the younger generation really don't know about sports gaming competition and how come it only came down to 2 people. When you had years where you would have 5, 6, 7 games coming out football-wise. Mm-hmm. How come EA and 2K were the only ones? Because remember, Game Day got phased out.
Yes, it did.
Game Day 05, for those that remember, it only came on PS1 because it got phased out. Man,
Game Day was dope too.
Yeah, that's it. Game Day came through hit. You know what I'm saying? And then
NFL Fever.
Yeah, NFL Fever had a few years. That read elite passing, in my opinion, still best passing mechanic that I've ever played with. It was a little bit complicated. It was something to get used to, but see, that was the point. You want to be able to control the passing like that, you got to make it a bit of a challenge. And it's like, that makes sense. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you had games that tried to push or tried to come in and try and take a slice of the pie. And it's like, if 2K is going to do it, then they got to step up and make it happen. They got to do it. But it's on them. And if EA, as long as these people are able to do what they do, I'm happy. Cool. They've been working. Oh man, we've been building this system for the past 2.5, 3 years. Bet. Oh, we got this weather like this, but man, we had this system we've been working on for 4 years to get weather right. Bet. Oh man, we've been working on. Cool. And then if it's ready to go, roll it out. Bet. Sim and I, how many times, Sim, did we say, and I don't want to throw it back to you, but how many times did we say, if these devs are actually, we said this since Rex days, matter of fact, if these devs are actually able to do what they feel like doing and they let them actually do it, the game would have been here. This right here, they're actually letting them cook.
They cooking, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, if Kobe was able to give his idea and do it with real talk, this is kind of like, to a degree, like we're getting player code.
I'm about to reintroduce. I'm going to holler at a couple people in the building and just remind them. I mean, I guess we ain't giving anything away by mentioning this. I mean, Kobe been gone for years.
Yeah.
I still want his idea to find its way into Madden. Madden franchise. Guys, years ago, this man wanted there to be some type of chemistry in franchise mode between players, where if they played together for a long time, offensive line has some chemistry, quarterback and receiver, running back and O-line, secondary group, linebacker group, all of that. He even talked about, and man, this was one of my bugaboos, and it continues to be. Practice should matter.
Yes.
So he even talked about, imagine having a young rookie, didn't practice. He gets thrown into the game. You go to call an audible and he can't run it because he don't know it. He don't know. Stuff like that. This is what he talked about way back then. And then all of a sudden, chemistry starts showing up in Ultimate Team. Why? Because Kobe was on Ultimate Team. He got moved to Ultimate Team. Still not to the degree of what he was talking about, but the idea was there. So now that it seems that EA has turned the corner, I'm definitely going to holler at the people I know in the building and say, hey, yo, hey. Now, here's the funny thing. I'm sure Josh Lumen knows that. We're talking about the man that built head coach 09.
Right.
And I want to stay right there, too, for a quick second, Smitty.
Yeah.
I want people to realize, listen, let me qualify this. Myself and Smitty have not been in EA studios in many years. I'm trying to remember the last one I was there for. Maybe, I think I might have been there for 19 or 20. Because I remember we were testing. It's funny because that feature is not in Madden still. There was a feature that we was testing for the next game. I think we were testing the feature for Madden 20, but 19 was what was coming out. It was supposed to be at 20, and it still ain't there. Now, I will say this. Let me just say this. It has something to do with catching, but I'm not going to go into detail because, again, I told you I'm not built like that. It has something to do with catching it. And I can honestly say I don't know if we miss it because of the way that you could catch the ball now, but it was something else that we were testing for that the next Madden, not even the one we were there for. But anyway, I think that was 19 I was there for. I think we were testing this feature for Madden 20. But anyway, we haven't been there, right? So we don't have the information like that. There's information that I get from people I know there that I never say because, again, I'm not going to leak no information that somebody talks to me because they trust me and we just developed a relationship. But we don't be knowing. We don't know. I didn't know how this game was gonna come out. I had people hit me up and say, "Hey, man, wait till they reveal. Yeah, you gonna see." I had got word that hey, some stuff going on. I'm gonna let you be surprised, but there's some stuff going on. But even, and I appreciate them not even telling me that. Like they kind of just was like, "Hey, just wait and see." So when me and Smitty talk like this, there's no bias here. we don't know nothing. Do we have a semi-affiliation with them? I guess, we are part of the little EA creator, but we don't go down. Y'all didn't see no video from us. We didn't go to the event. We don't do that no more. So this stuff that we're saying is facts. But anyway, I got off my point. My point I wanted to make. People like Josh Lumen coming back, that's big, folks. Now, and the reason why I went down that road and said we don't know, because I don't know. I haven't talked to him to find out. I haven't chopped it up with OG like that to find out why he. I knew when he left. I can say that now. I knew when he. I kind of knew maybe a year in to him leaving 2K what he was working on. And I was like, what? Like when I was told that information, like, hey, yo, OG, he working on college. I was like, huh? Wow. Blew my mind. Right? But I haven't chopped it up with OG to be like, yo, what y'all doing? I don't know. But in my heart, right? Because I know these individuals, OG ain't come back there for no reason. Remember, OG started at EA. A lot of y'all don't know that. Scott O'Gallagher started at EA working on NBA Live and had all plans to compete with the mighty 2K. Things went awry. And when I say awry, I'm talking about, man, dog, we ain't got the freedom to do what we want to do. Something me and Smitty kept telling y'all. He goes to 2K, and I'm not saying he's the only one, but 2K brings people like him in, Czar, and all these other people, and kind of gave them freedom, and we saw 2K take off like a rocket ship. All of these intricate details. Let me tell y'all something. All of them intricate details with the AI and dribbles and all that, that was Scott. Yo, this is stuff he wanted to put in live. Now, like I said, it ain't him by himself, but these was ideas he would tell me about live, about how they was go, yeah, but 2K don't got this. And y'all, Smitty knows this. There were a couple little things with the dribbling and all that in live that 2K ain't got. Mm-hmm. He goes there. I do not know the reason why he left 2K, but I do know that he won't coming back to EA, a place where he used to work, if he wasn't going to be able to do his thing. And I know some people might be like, it might have been the bag. Maybe, but guys, y'all know business. If it was just the bag, I'm sure with his impact, he could have went to 2K and be like, look, these folks offering me this. What's up? And I'm sure they would have been trying to oblige him. So what I'm saying is, I don't know this for fact. I'm just saying, I don't think it was the bag. I think it was creative freedom. Oh, I'm going to be able to do that. And y'all going to give me all right, bet. Rob Jones. People like that. Josh Lumen, guys. Lumen left. Well, let me not talk for these people, but these are the stories that I heard. Because he couldn't, franchise was going to kaput, and he was like, dog, I'm not working under these conditions. But he came back. He said, remember last year, he said, hey, look, my goal is to bring franchise back to where it needs to be and take it beyond. Remember, he said that in the article. Won't much I really could get done for 25, but I promise y'all, I'm coming. And what we're hearing, there's some things going on. Again, guys, I could be completely wrong. I'm just trying to use some logic. And let me say this too, Smitty, and not going to reveal any sources or anything like that. Y'all know I ain't doing that. Yeah. I was told there's a lot of the old guard back in that building. Like they went and got cats from back in the day. People that worked on this, worked on that, and was like, yo, come on back. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm just saying, guys, there's no, I don't think these people come back to, would y'all do it? What gets y'all back to y'all old job? Outside of just money. Because I'm at a point, you know, I'll say fortunate, very humble saying this, but I'm at a point in my working career where I can afford to turn down a bag, right? Like the bag don't move me no more. I mean, it got to be a serious bag. I'm at a point where salary's good. So, and I like the job. If I didn't like the job, like I guess what I'm saying, I'm not at a point where I'm staying at a job just because of the bag. If I don't like what I'm doing, I out of there. And I would imagine a lot of these people are the same way. We talk about the gaming industry. If you don't like what you're doing, you ain't gonna just. So that to me rings bells. And I'll say this, and we'll throw it back to Smitty. I promise y'all, we're gonna try to get to some of these topics, but I feel this way too. I do not think it's has anything to do with the license. I think it has everything to do with college football. I've been said that. Last year I said that. Because if we're not, let's not front and act like Madden 25 didn't perk up a little bit. And we was like, oh, okay. It just lacked some of the, you know, more bells and whistles. But when Boom Tech was introduced, we was like, oh, okay, I see what Madden ain't trying to get like left behind, even though college is getting all the love. They cooking, they coming. And many of us said we preferred the physicality of Boom Tech over what they did in SimFBallCritic, but we preferred playing that because it just felt more fresh, you know, with the presentation and all of that. And then y'all remember me saying, man, I hope they start building these games together. Now they doing it.
Yeah.
They doing it. Wear and tear. Like they're sharing everything now. So I think college football coming back the way it did, they have no choice but to link these games now. Like you can't have one over here doing this and the other one doing that from a football standpoint. You can't.
Right.
I don't think it has nothing to do with the license. It could, but I just don't. We never seen this before. And I know y'all are going to say, oh, well, you know, most of the time they renew it. But still, what proof do we have, Smitty and chat, that the NFL is forcing them to go all out? What proof do we have that the NFL is unhappy with Madden? They hadn't taken no loss all these years. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. It could, but nothing has told us that the relationship is rocky. So because it's a contract, why are we making that correlation? And like Smitty said, if that's the reason, so what? It's a win-win. Just like my comment, my man's comment right here. Like, yeah, you know, stuff should have been done, but now that it's here, it's a win. If they're doing it because competition is coming, it's a win. It's
a win, dog.
It don't matter. So I don't know.
Look, I'll say in this time.
I got something else, but go ahead.
Okay. You know, go ahead. Shoot it out.
One last piece, because this guy Stankma reminded me of it. This is something else I was told. Not gonna go into detail, but I asked somebody that I knew. I said, "Yo, man, why y'all cooking like that? What's going on? What changed?" And I was told, "Hey, man, that comes from good leadership." Didn't I tell you guys some years ago, sat right here with Smitty, and I said, Smitty said the same thing. When the suits change, the game will change.
Oh, yeah.
And I meant whether that was removing folk or mentality. We've been saying this. When the suits decide it's time to go, we're going to get a game. And that's what I was told. Hey, man, this is all from good leadership. That's telling. Good leadership. I knew what they saying by saying that.
Matter of fact, think about it like this, right? Remember years we would talk about Madden ain't got no competition. We go down to the studio. Even Rex would say, like, no, they got competition. They competing with Battlefield and they're competing with this game and that game. Well, now they had a direct competitor in the football gaming space with college football. And it's like, wait a minute. So how did college football get all this shine like that? Because you let us come in and you just said, here's the checkbook. Do what you need to do. What time frame you need. And it's like, oh, snap. So what about Madden? Hey, yo, y'all got some projects that y'all been working on? Yeah, I got this 2-year project that I've been working on and everything like that. I mean, I ain't got it going now. Hey, get the checkbook real quick. Fund that. Hey, that weather thing. Yeah, I got this concept. It's crazy. I've been working on it for a little bit. Hey, yo, fund that. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man, OG, all that stuff that I didn't peep what you was doing with NBA 2K and everything like that. Can we start to get that personality going in Madden and everything like that? Yeah, I mean, yes, we can make it happen, but I mean, it's gonna take some money. It's gonna need some work and some manpower. Hey,
give me that paper.
Get that checkbook real quick. Hey, yo, whatever you need, fund that. Clint, Hey, yo, A-Dub, don't you got plays and stuff that you got in the book? Man, I got this big old file. Matter of fact, I got files and stuff that I would like to. Matter of fact, we gonna hire this Super Bowl winning. Did they say they hired some Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator, whatever it is that they said in the article?
Defensive backs coach.
Yeah, brought him in it. Hey, A-Dub, this is so and so and such. Yeah. Y'all gonna be working together. This is the budget. If you need more, let us know. Go ahead. This is our new thing. EA Sports, it take money to make money. So I'm going to spend the money, invest the money, so that way we can make the money. And that's it. It's like, that's what they're doing. When you make a paradigm shift and you actually open up and be like, hey, yo, this is how you come to a conclusion where you got all these years of feedback answered in one game. That's how this happens.
I never seen nothing like it, man.
Yeah, they never done this.
This is crazy.
Yeah, never, ever. So,
and I don't think it's a one and done either. I know. And shout out to that guy SGN. Great point, great video he made about being concerned, but again, just something I was told. He's like, yeah, I already know where we going in 27. He's like, we good. And OG actually said on X, he said, if you guys read this blog, it'll give y'all some idea as far as where we're going. He's like, reading this information on Madden 26 should give y'all an understanding of where we going, where we trying to get to. I don't think this is a 1 year thing, man.
And to your point with that, Sim, like you said before, Scott OG has a family. He moved him to Nevada. And then all of a sudden, he moved to Nevada for a reason. Because of what EA was not letting him do. So, if you're going to let that man come back with all that football intellect, I didn't even know he was that big on football like that till I actually had a convo with him and everything, when we met him in the studio and all that. But for him to come back, and thing is, I think they said Rob Jones recruited him and was like, hey, yo, man, yeah. And then Rob Jones on top of that, too. Come on, like, seriously? You gonna bring him back, and then he brings him back? Man, I got a fan, bro. Just moved out here to Cali and all stuff that costs out here, man. And you want me to move back to EA? You know why I left, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, come. Open checkbook, and I get to do what I need to do. like Sim said, it ain't about the bad part. It's the incentivize it. Incentivize me. Why am I coming back here? Oh, okay. Well, this is why. All right, bet. They reach out to Lumen. Yeah, man, that connected careers, man. I mean, man, that wasn't really well. No. I know that was before, but no. Look, I'll tell you what. I know that was in. Whatever ideas you got, man, I got notebook full of ideas. I got a blank check on the desk right here. Just come on. I got you, man. My family and all that. Listen, I got the moving expenses. I got all that stuff covered. Come on. We got this budget though, okay? And we need this mode though. The stuff we need you to get back to what you was doing. And that's the whole point. It's like let them cook. Hey, Clint, what did I hire you for? I want you to do that. A-Dub, what did I hire you for? Scan. What I hire you for?
Yeah.
I want y'all to do it.
Scan's still there, by the way.
Yeah, so
I confirm. He's still in the building.
Do it. Like, let them cook. And that's the whole point. When you let them cook, this is the output you get. You get epic goodness like this. You get QB DNA. You get in-pocket behaviors. You get
and
coach,
boy, do you
sophistication, calling, and everything like that,
bro.
That's the stuff that we're talking about here. So I mean, I know we haven't really touched on it, but it's like,
and you know what? We really don't need to.
We're emphasizing because you need to understand this here. What we're saying, and I'm not saying we got to say, "Yo, man, I had this play, and what had happened was no. It's not even that. It's just the fact of the matter that from what Sim has read, I was listening to this video when I was at work earlier today, and just listening to the whole thing and all that stuff, and I'm just like, dude, it's so crazy because it's like I'm thinking of videos from Sim, from me, from Versus, from Moody, from Apex, from Brozales, from everybody, from DJ, from everybody.
Some of y'all chumps' name I ain't gonna say.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody. Get 2 seconds to say that. Y'all crossed the line. I ain't never gonna say y'all name again.
Yeah,
chumps
from
over some video games.
Yeah. Oh man. No, what was it called? The quote unquote the real Sim standard.
Man,
oh, that's something anything
over video games, dog. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta get y'all life together.
Crazy.
Man.
Hey, yo, I remember back then, just real quick. I remember saying, man, you got grown men with kids.
Grown still. Like, come on, man.
I forget all animated, getting animated like a bug over again. No, man, y'all turned y'all back on. Oh my god,
video game, an opinion.
But I mean, but the point is that we've been doing all of this because it was for stuff like this to happen. And from what I'm playing, from even the little bit I played on College Football 26, I can't wait for that. Comes out at close? I think at 11 o'clock tomorrow, 10:55 or something like that. Tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
the deep dive comes out, and that's gonna have a blog. I see why they put now. It makes I see why they did it the order they did it in, because these games are going to be relatively similar. Because to Sim's point, the cross development.
Look at this. See, I'm gonna spend 2 seconds and address this. Frank White, shout outs to you. I don't know who you are. Listen, clearly the comment went over your head. It has nothing to do with a trash game. I'm talking about the character in which people acted online over video game, where cats actually act like they had beef. Who cares? That's all I'm saying. Whether you like a game, I like it. Who cares? That's what I'm saying. The level that people go to beef over an opinion, why do we care that much? It's a video game. You either like it or you don't. Y'all ain't never hear me trash nobody's opinion about whatever game they played. For years, I was the guy that said, man, I don't really like Call of Duty. Did you see me trash anybody for playing? That's what I'm saying. Cats calling you out of your name and all that, that's chump behavior. Period. I'm sorry if somebody takes it personal. That is chump-like behavior. How I grew up. I'm sorry. So I won't say no more about that. Go ahead, Smitty, my bad.
No. You good. I'm just having fun with it and everything. But yeah, no, I mean, look, look, man. If at the end of the day,
all right, I'm getting rid of Frank.
Yeah,
see, I don't play these games no more. Who cares about this dude?
At the end of the day,
goodbye.
At the end of the day, if you don't want it, if you want the game or if you don't want the game, it's cool. If you hate the game to the point where you don't want anything to do with it, and that's one thing that does happen. And like I kind of was catching that energy as well because I was spending so much time like, dang, Madden ain't. I was kind of falling into that groove of like, I can't even see anything good in the game because all I'm doing is saying what's wrong. I'm just spending so much time saying what's wrong with it, and it's like when I took a step back, I'm like, well, 2K got stuff better, but it's not that much better. If Madden just did a little bit more here and a little bit more there, it would be right there with it. You know what I mean? So it's like I just simply had to. You got to take a step back and be able to look at stuff objectively. That's why when Sim made his point earlier on Twitter, man, if these dudes was making a car, I Twitter, I said, man, that they go bankrupt going back to the drawing board because the car would never come out. It'll never debut. Because there's always something wrong. Boy. Yeah, it's always something wrong. It's gotta be the most perfect thing in the world. No, it's like, man, listen, no one's gonna ever be perfect. Your favorite Madden is gonna be busted to somebody else. Your favorite 2K is gonna every single year people say NBA 2K is trash.
Yeah.
And there's tons of gorgeous gameplay in that game. Tons of intricate details in that game. Beautiful details that replicate basketball in a beautiful fashion, but they say the game's trash.
Yeah.
Every single year.
It's not up for debate. My thing is, have your opinion. Why does it always have to be a...
Yeah, it ain't got to be... we all got to be on one... It's got to go one way.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't.
It's crazy, bro.
It doesn't. Enjoy the game the way you want to enjoy the game. But, you ain't got to crap on everybody just because it ain't the way you personally want. How you going to say it's authentic? Because, well, I mean, but you said you wanted authentic NFL presentation. You said you wanted authentic throwing motions. Well, they got them in there. You said you wanted legit dropbacks. You said you wanted different running style. Oh, let's look at APF in the specific running motion. Oh, well, it's in Madden. No, they ain't do nothing. No, it's the same as it. All right, so we're gonna move the goalposts. And
but
like they said, 4.2 speed is 4.2 speed in Madden. I can't agree with it. Like it said in the article, or some people say it from their impressions. I will agree 100%. The game is faster, but at the same time, it's not. It's faster, but I don't think it's. And I mean, I don't think it from beta gameplay. Yeah. I don't think it's as fast as college though, but it is faster though. Like out the gate, it is faster, and I love this. Jameer Gibbs. David Montgomery feels so much different. So different.
You better contain the edge.
Oh,
because running backs, I mean, if they get to the edge and they got a little speed,
Oh, they going.
And what I love is you got to work to get there. Like I had plays with Jalen Warren on the Steelers where I had to work to get there, and I got it, and I was able to turn, and the speed showed. But he's not a blazer. But the CPU running that. Oh my god, the run pass ratios that I'm seeing. Yeah, man. That's so. Listen, like I said, I can't even go so. We can't go so far into reviewing the beta because again, they clearly told us not to do it. Anybody playing the beta, and you're gonna have people on leak, and I don't understand that culture either. Leaking, it's not my thing, right? But I will just say this to sum everything up, because me and Smitty could be here forever. I'm just gonna run through. I'm not gonna read them. I'm just gonna go through each topic, and this was gonna define why I say this is the game we've been waiting for. And if you have followed me and Smitty as long as y'all have, I saw somebody in my video last night, and he said, "Man, I've been following y'all since Sim Standard for Madden 13." My man been there the long haul. He will understand this. Built from Sundays, signature identity, foundational football, QB DNA, along with that, in pocket behaviors, scramble on the run. But I'm gonna just give you all the buzzwords. QB mechanics and control, and just this little stuff, unique arm slots, how they went into detail about how the quarterbacks hold the ball and how it spins off of the finger. QB traits. Look at all them traits. QB AI improvements. Sim Gaming Network is smiling right now. He's played it. Coach DNA. Adaptive counters. Counter intelligence. Oh, and this is something else that I've noticed. It's probably not tuned all the way, but I can say that coach speak. The recommended plays is yeah. Real-time coaching AI. Playbooks, of course. Coach adjustments has had some upgrades. Football weather. That in fact impacts gameplay. Player movement. Depth chart position changes. Pass coverage has got a significant buff. I'm not going to read all of this, but from customizing zones to bringing back all of the cover for real checks, real stuff. Now, again, have not played it long enough and got into lab to be able to see if the China checks and all that are correct. I don't know. I'm just talking about what they're advertising. The ability to adjust the landmark of your safety. You can literally tell them how far to play back, how close to play, how wide to play. You can adjust that. Again, custom zones. There's a route commit. I haven't used it. Some of this stuff I'm still trying to figure out how to do in the beta. Route commit, guys, is a feature that if I know me and Smitty are playing and Smitty just killing me when I'm wrong, St. Brown, right? Killing me with an out route. I can be cute, right? And say, man, commit to that out route. Take that away. I'm gonna bet money that Smitty gonna throw that route. And sure enough, Smitty gonna do what I know daggone well he gonna do. He gonna do a play action and hit me deep. But you can commit to a route. Physics-based gameplay. Wear and tear. And in Madden, it's going to be for the duration of the season. And I think I heard Kurt Bankirk say that in franchise mode, it would be career-based. Block steering. This is when you're controlling the defensive lineman and stuff like that, or when you're engaged in the block. A leverage system. I can't even remember the amount of times that Smitty would say, man, leverage has got to matter in the trenches. Pass blocking mechanics, defensive AI improvements, and we'll end it right there. This is just gameplay. I want y'all to be honest and tell me that this is not the stuff that me and Smitty have been talking about for eons. That's the reason why I said it's the game we've been waiting for. It's not going to be perfect. Let me tell you something. There's going to be stuff that's still missing. Because, again, this is the part that we're losing. We have said that Madden ain't been nothing. I'm saying we as community ain't been nothing through Madden 25. It ain't going to be everything in 26. But this is a whole lot of this. I know we've said this in the past, but this is truly a foundation to build from. When y'all play it, you're going to understand, but it's not going to be perfect.
No.
And I feel like the reason why I don't really consider myself a part, I'm a sim gaming community member, but I'm not a part of the sim community anymore. Gatekeep, no.
Yeah.
Because they have completely moved. Like now, the stuff we're even expected. I'm just watching people on X say, okay, yeah, they got that. But along with that, does it do da 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 da? Like, nah. They haven't got to that level. Like, so now we went from Madden not having enough to, well, why they ain't do this?
Basically, the weather done in Madden needs to be sponsored by the Weather Channel and everything, you know.
Yeah,
it's like they got to get every aspect of every detail down to the nitty gritty. Like, no, stop. Number one, the majority of y'all ain't even gonna play in this. Let's get it correct. Y'all not gonna play. A great deal of people that complain about some of these things that aren't in the game or aren't as in depth in the game, y'all don't even play these games like that.
Yeah.
If I look at games you play, oh, so you mean to tell me that you play games like Squad? If you play a first-person shooter, that's what you play, right? Because that game is heavy on authenticity. Even though it is a co-op shooter, but it ain't Call of Duty by any stretch. Like they go for authenticity, bullet drops, all that stuff and everything. Oh, I got to make sure everything is right when I do that. Like, come on, man, you're not doing all of this. You're not playing these video games like that. You giving props to a game that is much older and does less. And now you're expecting, and now you're not expecting, but you're saying, well, Madden's got to do that and 2 to 3 times beyond that. You don't even know what that even means yourself.
Man.
You never played a game like that. If you play a driving game, no, I'll never play Daytona USA. I only play F1 because it's got to be literally authentic. Like you got the whole driving rig. You dang near got a car in your house to play a video game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's got to be that real. Like y'all not doing all that. Angry Joe ain't doing all that. Any of these other none of you guys are doing any of that. None of y'all. So stop. You know what I'm saying?
This is an interesting one here. And shout out to CT Pittman that Smitty reads this comment. Yeah, I think we're getting further away from understanding that these are video games. I get it. Me and Smitty, some of y'all might say we're to blame for that because years ago we was all sim. But again, once we got the opportunity to go in a gaming studio and realize what's possible, remember, me and Smitty been to E3 and we talked to cats, homeboy that used to play at 2K. They used to work for them. It's when we talking to Kobe who worked at MLB. It's the stuff that we are expecting games to do now. Sometimes we ain't quite got there yet with technology. We learned that early. But when Smitty and I start seeing things other games were doing, like, they could do it, so could y'all? And I feel like Madden is finally getting to that, where it's like, yeah, Clint told us a long time ago, we really could do what we want if we were allowed to. But
or even better yet, Russell, remember?
Russell
from MLB. Yeah.
MLB cat. Yep.
Yeah. It's like this. It's like this. If the community had it their way, Russell you go up to Russell and ask him, man, how come Sony won't get involved and get in the mix? Man, because it'd be too expensive. Real talk, like they be operating in the red for so long, like they don't feel it's a worthwhile investment. Man, but man, y'all just did Spider-Man, man. So y'all got more than enough money to do. But
it's a risk.
That's what they decided to do. So you know what I'm saying? Like once they're telling you, the conglomerate that they work for is saying, this is what we're going to do. What are you about to do? You're not going to move anything, regardless of what the community says. They're not going to do that because of how you personally feel. And that's the thing. Sim had his feelings. Azura had his. I had mine.
Yep.
We came to the studio and we came out differently. Why was Moody silent in the studio? If he had the upper hand on everybody, well, it'd be a whole different story, wouldn't it? But see, it went the way it went for a reason. And I've said it on another show before. If it was Soft Drink TV, if it was Angry Joe, if it was whoever the heck, it doesn't matter. If you go down to the studio and you sitting in front of people, if Soft Drink is saying, for example, Madden 05 or 08, I could create a fan and give them a sign and uniform colors, and I want that in the game, and they don't have that. All right, I'll tell you what, here. Hey guys, pull up the metric data for the relocated teams that people be creating. Pull that data up. All right. Now you see that small little sliver right there? Yeah, that's what you're saying you want to have happen.
That's how it works, bro.
So now I want you to sit in front of Andrew Wilson, because you talked about him in your videos. So sit in front of those executives and make logical sense as to why they should invest in it, considering the fact that the community, not the sim community, the entire community, and you're part of the sim community, the people that you're really talking to is a very small number. So
very small, bro.
So tell my bosses and make sense to the shareholders and the investors and everybody else as to why what you want to have happen in the game should just all of a sudden happen. With the facts right there. By all means, show it. I'll sit there and say, go ahead and let me know. Go ahead.
That's how it works.
And that's how it works. So, like, what are you gonna do at the end of the day? You can sit in the building and say all that stuff all you want, just like what's he saying?
I was going to ask him.
Okay.
Yeah, giving Sam a shout out, like not challenging you. I'm literally asking. Some people in here watch my still and stuff. I always like to hear people's thoughts. Like I'm not challenging what you say. I'm just curious to know what mechanics, right? Like what are things that you thought were great in Madden 05 that we don't have that you would like to see come back? Like I always like to get other people's opinions. So that's why I'm asking that. And Truth Chase, let's read this one real quick too. He says, if the devs continue in this direction, I think by Madden 28, folks will finally put 2K5 and 2K8 to bed. Very possible, man. And here's a question that I always have to people who play those games. Like, and I'm being 100% honest when I say this. Even take Madden out of the equation. What is it that keep people playing those games, man? In this age, because the games don't even move the same. Like I would rather play NBA 2K or EAFC or whatever, or shoot Undisputed. Like I would Battlefield. I would rather just not play the football game as much as I'm a football fan than play 2K5, because if we're honest, that gameplay is stale. It's not good no more. We years removed. Like the video games are too good. Smitty mentioned Spider-Man. Like, dog, I'm not about to play no 2K5. It's not good today. this is coming from a person who says, yes, for its time, 2K5 might have been the best NFL presentation, from gameplay to depth to presentation and all of that. ESPN pack, yes. But fam, I just don't, I honestly don't know how people could play that game now and really enjoy it. Only because the gameplay is stale. And people will say, oh, well, man, it's the same. Dog, them games, you could probably put your controller down, know what animation is going to happen. Yeah. That's not a knock to 2K5. It's an ode to being 2004 when it was built. You see what I'm saying? Right. So that always cracks me up when people, I'm going to go do this. Like, okay. But if we're being real, even if you hate Madden, those games do not play like Madden 25.
Oh, they don't. No way.
They just don't. And that's just being honest. Even if you hate Madden, you can still look at it and be like, yeah, it's better. I just, I don't really prefer that. That's all.
And that's fine. Yeah, just say that.
Just say that.
That's fine. But to just
and that's where I think the community went wrong, is where, just real quick, as a collective, there's too much. That's why me and Smitty kind of just stayed in our box, man. We did our thing. We made our impact. Yeah, I'm going to say that. And then we kind of just fell back and became the OGs, right? Because there was too much bickering. I never understood how it got to that.
Yeah.
All of us should be collectively, everybody in this chat, there's 105 people in here tonight. Thank y'all. 107, including me and Smitty. We all should be able to look at a game objectively and say, that's nice. And we also should be able to say, I don't like that. There should be things that we all can agree and say, but we didn't. For some reason, the sim community started. So if somebody if you caught somebody playing the game, see, huh?
Right, yo, exactly right.
It's still a video game.
How dare you play?
Well, my boy, I know he in here. If you still in here, let us know, SGN. SGN complained about Madden more than most, about what it didn't do with the QB, AI, and all of that, and him having to do all these slider stuff. But he still played the game and tried to get enjoyment of it because it's a game. You see what I mean? Like two things can be, you can do two things at one time.
What? You playing the game, you playing EA, that's an EA on the screen? Oh, heck no. Oh, it's man. Crazy, bro. Hey, yo, man. No, this guy ain't that's literally what was going on.
That's all I'm saying, guys. Like, we're not sitting here. I promise you, I don't care who in this chat plays Madden or college. I promise y'all I don't.
Yeah, let me just throw this out here. Sim, we talked about it before. What did we give Backbreaker props to when it came to the trenches? The progressive pass rush, right?
Yes, sir.
How it was progressive.
3 seconds.
It's literally, and how quick it imploded too. That's the other part of it as well. I will say, from playing that college football beta, and I will say from playing Madden thus far, I'm seeing it be more. I mean, you could see. I know the trailer wasn't the best example, obviously. I mean, it was really, really small sample size, but I love the fact that it is progressive. It is a progressive battle to get to the backfield. It is a progressive battle to try to get to the ball carrier now. Like, I'm seeing it be more and more of that organic play, instead of it being just animation happen, locked in, end of story. And I can appreciate that from EA. I'm glad to see that being done by EA. And it's being done by EA. That's the wild part about it. And I'm happy to be able to say, yo, I think people really, and that's the thing. I'm like, yo, I think people really are going to enjoy these stunts. Yo, I think people really are going to enjoy the way this play is. And they saying that, oh yeah, we building up from here.
Look at this boy. Look at this. Look at this. Everybody just laugh. I'm about to block them, but I'm really getting to a point where I'm just not addressing stuff no more.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because in reality, the person that does that don't even realize that they are what they're saying by coming to that's the funniest part of this all. Let me put you back up there let me give you 15 seconds. That's the part that cracks me up. People who do things like this anywhere, not just me. The person that goes to a channel or whatever to do that, right? You are exactly what you're saying. You are worse than whoever it is you're talking about.
and you want to know the funniest thing about a lot of those dudes that do that too? A lot of those same dudes get the game day one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There was a guy. I mean, I ain't got no problem saying it real quick. There was a guy. I won't say the guy's name, but there was a guy from SimFBallCritic.
Sam, you got to go too. If you saying, see, this is where I'm at in life now. I don't care. You can go. I block everybody. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter to me. This is the internet,
right?
But I ain't gonna sit here in a place. This is a place of peace. I'm not about to have that disturbed nowadays.
Yeah.
So I will block you with the quickness, because for you to say that we're not allowing an opinion, you see, clearly you're not listening. So see you, bro.
Yeah. So no, this is like I said, there was a dude from Simheads United that was bashing Madden, bashing us, all that stuff. And at this time, I think this may have been Madden 12, 13. No, I think this may have been Madden 13 or whatever. And he had the game peeking out the GameStop bag. He literally went and bought the game day one, saying he went ahead and bought the game. It's like, so you clowned us for giving them any kudos for doing anything positive in the game or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you go ahead and you buy the game yourself, doing a video of you walking out of GameStop with the game peeking out the bag. So it's like, okay, whatever. Like, I mean, and even then, I didn't sit up here and say, oh, it's on the clown and start bashing people. It's like, nah, I just found it real funny. Like, this is what y'all do. Like, y'all still buy the game. Like, you're gonna see some of these same people show up in folk videos posting stuff about the game and the gameplay, and they're gonna be like, yeah, man, I had difficulty in my franchise mode. I'm on week 5 playing it. I'm like, whoa. But you just said that we was because, and now you bought it, and all right, so that's why we, at the end of the day, we give our feedback. We make our points, and we keep the truck rolling. Excuse me. If the game is on point, it's on point. If we like what's happening in the game, y'all was with it. Y'all was with us when we said it was wrong. Y'all was with us when we said it was lacking. So if it's here, then cool, it's here. And you got a chance to enjoy it. You not sure about the game? Get the EA
trial.
Get the EA Play trial and
have
fun. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. $5 trial. If it's for you, cool. It's a 10-hour trial. If it's for you, bet. If it's not, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry.
This is where I'm at with it, man. That Steven Johnson just summed it up perfectly. I'm a grown man.
Right, exactly.
Like, I'm telling y'all, this YouTube thing is leisure for me. It's fun. I love doing it. I love gaming. I love doing my Steeler thing. Like, I'm at a point in life, I'm not dealing with the negativity. It ain't got nothing to do with an opinion. Have an opinion. Come watch Terrible Towel. I go back and forth all the time. But I am not going to deal with disrespect from YouTubers.
Right.
Calling you out your name like, dog, we don't know each other. I'm not dealing with that. This is supposed to be fun. For grown men and women who want to come chop it up, that's the environments that I create. I'm not dealing with none of these people who want to come in here talking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And honestly, some of the people who still doing that should grow up too. Y'all, you grown, bro. Because some of y'all are grown. I know. Come on, man. It's crazy. Have an opinion, but don't call nobody out their name and saying they sucking off. Why? So I'm just letting my people, I don't call people fans. I'm letting everybody know that rock with us. This is how we ride. When we see craziness, I'm just blocking them. I don't need a view that bad. Positive vibes only. Absolutely, real. We chilling here, man. We grown men with families that like the game, and we give our feedback when it's good or bad, and that's it. We not dealing with the negativity. Absolutely not.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
real quick, because we'll have to wrap up here in a few minutes. I wanted to answer King Arthur. He said, what happened with the disillusion of us and EA? Nothing, got just time. They start ushering different people, younger cat, not that it was an ageism thing, because like Shopmasters older than us would have go a lot, but it's just a new crop. They start bringing in more of the creators and stuff like that, but we still rock with them. Like I said, we're still a part of their little EA creator network or what have you and stuff like that, where we can give feedback. But our job is done. Smitty and I got direct relationships with devs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to be quote unquote affiliated or a game changer, whatever you want. I don't need that. I made my mark. I still talk to people who I respect in the building. They respect me. Mm-hmm. And that's it. I'm past being flown out and being away. This is why I'm at with it. I like being with my family. I'm past doing that, going to EA for a week. I'd be missing my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. Did all that. So, but yeah, it was nothing like that, King Arthur. It was nothing like, oh, we're gonna cut these guys. It's kind of like EA decided some years back that they were gonna have specific crowds for specific things, right? So me and Smitty basically are in the feedback segment, and still have the connection and all that. We just don't do all of that going down to events and all of that. Let the other cats do that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's all that is. Yeah. But like I said, man, let that be a lesson to some of the young folk who might be watching. Make your mark in life, man. Man, it's all about relationships. When you meet people, you don't need the powers that be, right? Cats will rock with you forever if you make your mark. Mm-hmm. We don't need to be flying to events and all that. I get as much information as anybody else. So there you go. Look at Tether. He said, "Thank God I'm still." Nah, man. No, we ain't dinosaurs. I'm just saying, man. You get to a certain point of like, dog, I did enough in my lifetime. Trust me. Like, that ain't it for me no more. Now I just like being with family, friends and family. That running around for no reason. Nah, I'm cool. But
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Trip to Orlando is fun now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
everything like that. But I also get what Sim is saying. Like, going for those few days, you go back to your family and everything like that. You got your family. You got like, there's the whole aspect of having your family and being around them like that. It changes. Oh, shoot. It does change. So there is a shift with that. So it does make sense when you're like, yeah, back then, yeah, for sure, no problem. But after so much of it, and you get it, and you develop those relationships and things like that, it's really like, where do you want to go from here kind of deal. So you want to go further, you go further with it. Otherwise,
Yeah. I see a few people, and we about to wrap up, guys, because I got some other stuff I need to do here tonight. People asking about the challenge system. That's one of those things that Yeah, there's a lot still left to do. I can't say what it is or isn't. I haven't had a situation, but I'm willing to bet. They probably didn't revamp that or touch that. I feel like everything that they did was advertised for the most part with the deep dives. Maybe that's a presentation thing. I don't know, but I have not come across a challenge situation. Well, actually, I did, but it was a basic one. The CPU caught the ball out of bounds, and it was clearly they were out of bounds. But I haven't seen the ones that we would say. And again, I would say 2K football definitely had that right.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. So what I'm saying to most people is, after reading all of the stuff that they're doing, and we still got to see what's up with franchise and presentation, I don't expect everything that we all would want to be in the game this year. It's impossible. It's too much. I can't even believe they did this. So that's what I'm saying when I say, people have their own personal opinion about what sucks and what doesn't. Because I promise y'all, when people used to tell me that right here on this show about Madden 25, and I started asking people, well, I respect that. Tell me what you dislike. Most of the time, they start talking about presentation or something else. They rarely talk about gameplay. Y'all think I'm joking? Y'all try it yourself. When people say they don't like the game, ask them why. And I was like, that's interesting. I don't hear as much complaint about gameplay. Seemed like me and Smitty were the ones that would talk so much more. And I'm like, okay, so I respect that. But people will come in and just have a blanket statement and say, oh, the game sucks. That's why I always let me know why. I don't know if my man responded back. I wanted to hear what he liked about 05 as far as mechanics, and maybe he did. I'll scroll up to see if I can find it. But I always like to hear you guys' thoughts. Like I'm not the type of guy and I never do that to y'all. I never just say, oh, this sucks, and I leave it at that. I try to put some meat on the bone, right? So oh, okay, I feel you. That's a good point. Or no, I disagree with that. So, but yeah, man. Like I said, this is the game we've been waiting for. If you just look at this article, this is stuff that Smitty and I have asked for many years. There's more still to do. Little stuff. I mean, I ain't see I still want you be able to do this. That ain't in the game. I ain't seen nobody be able to reach and pull and grab. Like, it's still stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I absolutely appreciate what they're doing. And from the 4 games I played in the beta, man, this thing is feeling like it's feeling a bit special for a Madden game, man.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it. That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Yep. No, I ain't got nothing else. I mean,
what's the score of the game, folks? Somebody give me an update. Who's winning? OKC or Indiana? About to go watch the rest of that.
Indiana's up right now. 35-48. About 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
They trying to push that thing to a game 7.
Game 7, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll see, guys. And again, ultimately, man, try it for yourself. I mean, I'm not putting any conclusion to this, playing no beta.
Right.
I don't know how they're gonna finish. We'll be playing college football even before Madden comes out. So it's like, just wait and see. It cracks me up, man. It's just we always do this as a community. We always we want to hear the news, and then as soon as news comes out, we over speculate for the stuff that you hear, and then you under speculate for this other. It's like, just wait, just wait. Everybody will have a chance to develop their own opinion, and if it's for you, great. I'm happy for you. If it's not, happy for you. I can say it seems like that. Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that, Miami Heat. I don't know why that comment. Condolences to you. I don't know where that comment came from. I'm just being honest. I don't know what provoked that, but I'm definitely sorry to hear about that. But yeah, man, it's one of those things, guys. Again, I just take a more mature approach nowadays with this stuff. It's like, if you want to play, play. If you don't.
Right.
It's that simple. There's no right or wrong answer. I am impressed with the level of work that was done on gameplay. I'm waiting to see if I'm impressed with the level of work from franchise. I still got to see the deep dive because they're talking some good stuff, but I need to see it. The franchise is not in the beta, so we don't have opportunity to play that. So, but Sim, do you think those injuries will play a factor this year? It should, but see, even stuff like that, man, it's still stuff left on the plate, right? Like, now that we have physics-based tackling and gameplay and all that, I would like to see a game where the physics drives injury. Can we get to that point with video games? Even with presentation, I haven't seen the full package, but it's like I don't like seeing some of this familiar cutscenes. Like when I talk presentation, I want to see EA completely revamp it. I don't know if they've done that. I mean, I can say that I've seen a couple ones that look familiar, and I don't think all of the runouts and stuff is in, but I'm waiting to see the overlays and stuff like that in franchise. Is it more connected story? Does it tell a story? I'm waiting to see the halftime and the wrap-up show. Like, how is all of that before I give any opinion on any of that stuff? But yeah, there's so much left on the table. That's why I'm saying stop looking at these games as a one and done. It's I don't know where that mentality has come from with the football gaming community. There's no game that does that. Not one. There's stuff still in 2K right now that people want. And 2K been a great game, in my opinion, the last several years. But I don't know. Oh yeah, Corey. Yeah, I don't know any of that. Like I said, franchise is not in the beta, so I have no idea what any of that stuff. And yeah, I do think I think EA is going to renew the license. I just don't see a reason. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't. That's all I'm saying. I have no evidence that the NFL is dissatisfied with EA Sports. We haven't seen any evidence of that. And the last thing I would tell y'all, man, don't y'all be so don't be pounding the table so much thinking that 2K and Sony gonna just come right in. And there is a small possibility that the Madden name has gotten very big, right? Again, we are a small segment. There's millions of people that have zero complaints with Madden football. So I'm sure 2K and Sony is weighing that. They're not going to take Madden's crowd. So there's no guarantee that they just make all this mega money from making a football game, and they've been gone since 2004. Think about that, guys, from a business standpoint. We selfishly wanted, sure, competition. But if you are a business, how long do you think it takes for you to compete with a company that's been continuing since 2004 and you coming in fresh? How long before you turn a real profit after paying for the license? 2K ain't jumped back in to make no college football game, did they? They could have. So I want everybody to think that way too. Like I know we always say that, but there's no guarantee that them games come out swinging. 2K didn't even produce the NFL arcade game yet. They've had that license. They've had that for a few years now. We ain't seen it. So I don't know, man. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here, man. I got to go.
Yeah.
This was I'd like to say it was a great show. We always appreciate chopping it up with y'all, man. Looks like we retained y'all viewership for the duration. So we thank y'all, man. And yeah, just stay tuned, man. You know, I'll have plenty of content coming out once these games drop. And yeah, if there's anything else for us to talk about, we'll be back soon. And yeah, I'll probably do a video as well about the college football blog. So without further ado, man, y'all have a great evening. Stay safe. God bless. Good night. All of the good stuff. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yep.
Peace.